Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Grammar Tales. Learn English grammar with Krish. So, today first, before we begin with the chapter, we will be doing a short recap of what we had done in the previous class. So, if you remember, in the previous class, we had learned about pronouns, alright? And we had also learned about personal pronouns and their categories, alright? So if you remember, we had learned that I, we, he, she, they, it. These are called personal pronouns. Why? And also that they stand for three persons. Remember, I had told you, if you remember, I had told that there is a first person, second person, and third person, right? So these are the three categories of personal pronouns: first person, second person, and third person. And these are not real persons, these are grammatical persons. So under first person, what we have? I, we. Under second person, we have you, right? And you is both singular and plural. Under third person, we have he, she, and it, as well as they, right? So these are the three persons, and under these three persons, that is the first person, second person, third person, these are the various persons, all right? I, we comes under first person, you comes under second person, and he, she, it, and they comes under third person. Fine. Now, we also had taken some examples of personal pronouns, isn't it? Now, in that class itself, we had done what? We had done personal pronouns as subject pronouns. So, what is personal pronoun as subject pronoun? When a personal pronoun takes the place of a noun as the subject of the sentence, then it is what? It is treated as both a personal pronoun and a subject pronoun. Means in a sentence, alright, in a sentence, if the personal pronoun, it takes the place of a noun, say personal pronoun, it can be I, we, you, he, she, it, they. If this personal pronouns, these pronouns, if they take the part of a noun or the place of a noun as the subject of the sentence, then these personal pronouns will be treated as what? As both a personal pronoun as well as subject pronoun, isn't it? And after that, we had done also some examples. So today we will do personal pronouns as what? Object pronouns. See the topic I have written, personal pronouns as object pronouns. So let's proceed. First, I'll write the definition so that you are clear. Personal pronoun as object pronouns. When a personal pronoun, all right, when a personal pronoun takes the place of a noun as the object, all right, as the object of the sentence, then it is treated as a personal pronoun and also an object pronoun. Fine. So just have a look at the definition, read it and try to understand. When a personal pronoun, alright, when a personal pronoun, what were the personal pronouns? I, we, you, they, she, he, it. Alright, these are the personal pronouns divided into three categories, that is the first person, second person, third person. When these personal pronouns takes the place of a noun as the object of the sentence. In the subject pronoun we had seen what? It takes the place of a noun as the subject, and in object pronoun it takes the place of a noun as the object of the sentence. Then it is treated both as a personal pronoun also as an object pronoun. Alright, now I will give you the 7 basic pronouns that take on different forms. How they become object pronouns from subject pronouns. Alright, first we'll write the subject pronouns. Then we will show the forms of the object pronouns. Say, here I am writing SP. Alright, so you can understand this is what? This is subject pronoun, and here I am writing OP, object pronoun. Fine, it will be clear then. See, in subject pronoun I, isn't it? I, what will I become when it is object pronoun? I will become me. Fine. You, subject pronoun you will remain as you, both as singular as well as plural. Singular and plural. Fine. I and you becomes me and you. Now he becomes what? He becomes what? He becomes him in object pronoun. She becomes her. Fine. We will become what? We becomes us. Fine. Last, they becomes what? They becomes them. See the difference? When we are dealing with subject pronoun, alright, that time it will be I. Suppose I say a sentence, I like to play football. So I is the subject of the sentence, and since it is not a name, alright, it is a pronoun. Pronouns are what? The words we use instead of nouns. So instead of putting some name, if I write I like to play football, so I is the what? It is the subject. Play is the verb, and I like to play football. Football is the object. Fine. So I will become me when it will become the object pronoun. Fine. Then you will become you. It will remain the same. It will not change. You for object pronoun both singular and plural. It remains as you. He becomes him. She becomes her. We becomes us. They become them. Fine. Now I'll just give you some examples, and this how it is an object pronoun becomes the how an personal pronoun becomes the object pronoun will be very clear to you. Alright, some examples. Let's see. Some examples. Alright. So in these examples, what I will do, I will underline the subject. Alright, I will underline the subject so then it is easy to distinguish. I will underline the subject and circle the word. I will circle the object pronoun. Alright, circle the object pronoun. Alright, so let's go with the first example. I hope I'm clear till here. So let's see the first example. Alright, Bob took her to work on Monday. So which is the subject here? Bob. So I am underlining. Alright, and which is the object pronoun? Bob took whom to work? Bob took her, because here see I am not mentioning anyone's name, otherwise it will have been a noun. So this is not a noun, it is instead used instead of a noun, a pronoun. And since Bob took her means took whom? Took her. It is the object. So I will circle it. You remember in the list I had written previous to this, I had written that she will become her. See, object pronoun. Fine, clear? So number 2. will you please tell me, will you please tell them to come in? Now see, in this sentence there is no noun. Both, one is object pronoun, one is subject pronoun. So which is the subject? You remember personal pronoun, subject pronoun was what? You. Remember, I, you. It was the first person. So I will underline this. This is the subject pronoun. It is not a noun. It is a subject pronoun, not a subject noun. So will you please tell them? Tell whom? You remember the objective case I told you. In objective case, to find out in a sentence, to find out the objective case, what question do we ask? Whom. For the subjective case, what we ask? Who. Isn't it? So in objective case, if you ask whom, so you say here whom, them, and them is what? It is a pronoun, isn't it? It is an objective pronoun because this them is the object of the sentence. Here you are asking who will you tell? We will tell them. Will you please tell them? So them is the object. So we will circle. Here we are not mentioning any names. Had we mentioned names, then it would have been what? It would have been noun. Alright. But instead of mentioning many names together, collectively we are saying what? We are saying them. So this is the object of the sentence on which the subject has a action. It has an action. Will you please tell them to come in? Clear? This is the subject pronoun. This is the object pronoun. Fine? Alright. One more. He told you a lie about where he was. Okay, now see this sentence. It starts with the subject what? He. Subject, not noun. Subject, pronoun. Why? Because here we do not have any specific name. Instead of a name, we are saying he. He is a subject pronoun. Fine. Then in the sentence, what we are saying? He told you a lie about where he was. You remember I had told you a subject pronoun you, when it is converted to an object pronoun, it still remains you. So here he told you means he is the subject, he is doing an action, he is telling. Who is the object? You. So you is the object pronoun, because here also we do not have any name. Had we had a name here, then it would have been a what it would have been? Object noun, isn't it? Since see, both names are not there, both are pronouns. One is the subject which is doing the action, another is the object on whom the action is being done. So this is the subject, object, this is the verb, told. Fine? Alright, let's see what we have next. Okay, so in a sentence, how will you identify the object? Very simple. When you see a sentence, you try to remember that in a sentence the subject will be the one doing the action the verb describes, isn't it? When you see a sentence, you will see, say, you remember I had given an example, the horse, when we were doing cases, noun cases, the horse kicked the boy. Fine. So here first you identify which is the subject, who is doing the action, the person or the animal or the thing that is doing the action is the subject. So obviously the horse is the subject. Now what is the action? What action is the horse doing? Kicked. So this is what? This is the verb. And on whom the action is being done, or who is receiving the action? The boy. So this is the object. So this is the way you identify. Alright. So the object is the noun or the pronouns. So here it is a boy. It is the common noun. say, had I written the horse kicked instead of the, we don't need the here, the horse kicked him, then it would have been him. It would have been object pronoun. Had I written here him, then it would have been object pronoun, isn't it? Then in that case, we did not have to write the here. The horse kicked him. But as we have written here boy, it is a common noun. The horse kicked the boy. Isn't clear? So this way you have to identify the subject pronoun and the object pronoun. Fine. So one more thing, very important. Object pronouns can be singular. Fine. It can be singular. It can be plural. Then on the basis of gender, we say it can be masculine. Remember, we had done noun gender. It can be masculine. It can be feminine. Say him, her. Masculine will be him, isn't it? And feminine will be her. It can be also a neuter gender. Say we are saying them. There are many people say in a group, them. So if it is them, it can be a mix of male and female. So we do not know in that case. So it is a neuter gender. Alright, it is a mix. So it is a neuter gender. And also when we refer to the weather, temperature, alright. When we refer to, say, things like temperature, when we refer to temperature, weather, time, or any, say, non-living thing, inanimate, and say an inanimate object, or maybe a child whose gender we do not know, or child, or say an animal whose gender we are not sure about, or whose gender we do not know. So in that case, gender we don't know. So we use what? In this case, we use the neuter form. Neuter form it is used. Fine. So this is the example I have given just to make you understand how you will identify. First you identify the subject, then you identify the verb and the object. So if the subject and the object do not have, they have not been specified with some particular or some specific name, but the pronoun has been used. Alright. So in case of the subject, it will be the subject pronoun. But here it is, see, noun has been used. This is subject noun, horse, common noun, isn't it? Had I written it kicked the boy, had I written here it would have become what? Subject pronoun. Remember, subject doing the action, kicked is the verb, the action being done, and who is receiving the action? The object is receiving the action, isn't it? So the boy. Fine. I hope I'm clear. So this will be all for today, and in the next class we will be continuing with more forms or more categories of pronouns. Thank you.